Welcome everyone to MonsterVision. I'm John English. We've got a great show lined up for you. A new season is upon us, and as we're recording this, the Monsters are getting ready to open up their inaugural USPHL season on the road in San Diego this weekend. You can catch all the action on Hockey TV, and hopefully we'll have some good news soon about whether fans can join us at Gateway Ice Center when the Monsters open up their home schedule on November 19th against Las Vegas. Mark your calendars and stay tuned on that one. With all of that out of the way, let's talk to one of this year's Monsters. He's one of the 8 or 9 returning players. I think I heard it was 9 now from returning players from last year's squad, goaltender Jayden Pasillas. Jayden, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. So, how have you been? How are you feeling as we get ready for another season here?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Just ready to start playing some hockey again. Ready to get going.
I think we're all ready to see you guys get going again. As I mentioned in the open, we've got 9 guys back from last year's team.
Great.
And I think particularly on the defensive side, looking at things, this team looks pretty strong on paper. What are you seeing in workouts and in practice? What do you think the strengths of this team, this year's team, is going to be?
We're definitely pretty physical. The boys get along really well. We click really good. So I think we got just like work ethic going pretty good for us.
That is great to hear. Staying on you guys that were here last year for a second, those of us who were watching you guys closely, a lot of us, myself included, felt like you really had a chance to make a run at a Thorn Cup. Do you feel like you have some unfinished business going into this year, or is it more of a wipe the slate clean type of thing?
Oh, I think we do definitely got some business we need to finish here. It's just because of with everything that happened last season, which kind of sucked on our end. So we definitely got some revenge going out with everything that happened.
Do you guys talk about that at all, or, kind of getting back into things, or?
Kind of, yeah. It just kind of depends just because the team's pretty new. So where I think it's more kind of like trying to build a new thing for our new guys. So.
Anything in particular you're looking forward to? You guys are in a new league, but you're going to be playing mostly the same teams that you were playing last year because most of your division moved over from the WSHL. Anybody in particular you're looking forward to facing for the first time this year?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably San Diego.
Yeah? Why is that?
Well, as a lot of us may know, Trevor Krasowicz, our coach from last year, he's the new GM for San Diego. So that'll be pretty interesting to see what goes on there. So yeah.
I know we're looking forward to that one too. And that's been a, kind of a topic of conversation with, us here at the show. And that should be a fun matchup. We're going to take a quick break and we will be back with more MonsterVision with Jayden Pasillas in just a second. We're back with more MonsterVision. We're with Jayden Pasillas this week. Jayden, obviously the whole world has been dealing with this pandemic situation. Everyday life is different, but I imagine it's particularly challenging for an athlete. Talk to us a little bit about the challenges of staying in playing shape and, getting ready for a new season when all the gyms are closed, all the rinks were closed for a while.
Oh, it's definitely tough. Like you said, no gyms, no rinks. So you got to figure out a way to keep yourself in hockey shape, which is pretty tough. So I had to come down to Fresno actually in June because we had no ice up where I'm from. So
you're starting your second season here in Fresno. We haven't had a chance to get you on the show until now. We know that, like you mentioned, Alaska is home for you. How did you like spending a winter last year here without snow?
Oh, it was definitely different going from 40 below winters to not even 50-degree summers or winters here. So it's pretty different. So definitely quite a change.
What would you be doing at home right now?
Probably working.
Yeah.
Trying to stay warm, I guess.
Yeah. Shoveling snow.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Now, as much as everybody talked about Narek Alexanian and Zach Turpin last year, I thought the goaltending really was the key for you guys with you and Karlenzig and Nilsson. It was always a sure thing that you guys were going to be strong in net. That was kind of a guaranteed thing going into every game. You've got some competition for playing time again this year, guys like Knut Lowe and Anthony Testa. How are the new guys looking as we get ready to start the season, and what can we expect from the Monsters in net this year? We know what to expect from you. You were always solid. What do you think of the new guys that you've got competing for playing time?
Well, I think it's really solid. It's going to definitely, we're got to fight for our net. So it's going to be quite the challenge. So
anything that you've seen in practice so far from the other guys that surprised you?
Nothing too crazy. I mean, we got a couple guys that are pretty physical, which is pretty nice. We kind of need that. So especially going into first weekend, we definitely got to make a statement. So
definitely. So you guys are opening up on the road again this year. What do you think about that? It's going to be a while before we get to see you here in Fresno.
Honestly, it's kind of nice because we can kind of find our team before we play at our home rink. So we can kind of build off of what we got and see and give our fans, if we can have any, give our fans a good show.
Well, I know there's going to be plenty of folks watching you on Hockey TV if they're not in the rink itself. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with more Monster Vision in just a second.
Goals. Assists. Save percentage. Statistics are the most accurate way to judge the success of a hockey player and a league.
And we're back with Jayden Pasillas here on Monster Vision. Wanted to close up with a little bit of fun here. The guys you played with last year, when you got back to Fresno, who were you most happy to see back this season and why?
Probably Baumel. He's just like that really fun locker room guy. He works hard on the ice, and he's just one of those guys you can get along with really well. So he was definitely one of the guys I was super excited to see again.
Which of the new guys, the new Monsters, should our fans be most excited about seeing this season? Who have you seen in practices and in workouts that is really somebody that's gonna take this team by storm?
Probably Setaguchi. He's one of those guys that he's a really good guy. He's a good player, and he's a really physical guy. So he'll definitely do what he's got to do to make it a good game.
Now, next time I'm in Alaska, which will be the first time, what's the one thing I absolutely need to do or place I need to go?
Well, it depends. If you go in winter, you definitely got to see the Northern Lights. Where I'm at is pretty good for that in Fairbanks. And in summers, it's really awesome because we have about 20 to 22 hours of daylight. So it's only dark for a couple hours. So you don't really go to bed. It's definitely really hard. So you can stay out pretty much all night. So
I'm getting a little too old for that, but all right. Well, Jayden, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. Any message you might have for the Monsters fans? It may be a while before we get to see you guys in person. Any message you want to give to the fans?
Be awesome. You guys are amazing fans, and we definitely want to see you back in our rink.
A big thank you to Jayden Pasillas for joining us today. Be sure to follow the Monsters on social media. You can like, share, and catch up on past episodes of Monster Vision on YouTube. Keep an eye on this space as well. We've got some cool stuff coming up this season, including possibly some pregame show action coming your way with the guys from our Monsters roundtables. Looking forward to that. Want to thank producers James Carr and Darren Redmond, as well as the folks at CMAC for helping make Monster Vision possible. Until next time, I'm John English. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the rink.